Hello, welcome back. It is time for another one of our warm-up videos. Today I wanted to start just by pointing you in the direction of two books that I find to be extremely helpful when it comes to instrumental warm-ups. The first one is this one, Fouillard, which is his book of daily exercises. This one's published by Schott, and it's just packed with good stuff. And then the other one, which is much shorter, it takes a little while to kind of work out all of what he's describing in here, but Christopher Bunting's Portfolio of Cello Exercises is a great book. You can see this is part one, there is another part as well, but this is a great book to get your hands on if you don't already have it. So again, we're going to start our warm-up with something physical, and we're going to start with something that's going to get the heart pumping a little bit, and we're just going to do jogging on the spot and star jumps. Simple as that. So wherever you are, make sure you've got enough space, you're not going to trip over anything. And I just want us to jog gently on the spot. Just gently, remembering that the whole point of this is to get the blood moving around our bodies a little bit and just to get our heart working so that it's pumping the blood around. And then we'll go into star jumps. Proper star jumps. And you can try and do 30 seconds of both. So 30 seconds of jogging, 30 seconds of star jumps. By the end of 30 seconds of proper star jumps, you should be a little bit out of breath. Well, you will be if you're as unfit as I am. Today's big muscle stretches, we are going to do shoulder shrugs. So shrug your shoulders right up to your ears, feel the tension and then release. Oh, that should feel really good. So up to your shoulders, really tense, and then just feel the whole thing drop round. And then shoulder rolls are really nice as well. Almost a bit like backstroke to carry on the swimming that we did last time. And you might feel some little cracks or some little kinks, and that's okay. What we're doing is going to be good for that. And go the opposite direction, roll them forward. Let's put in some propeller arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our arms out and up to the side. We're going to hold, and then we're just going to let it drop, and hopefully the momentum of our arm is going to take it round, almost like a propeller. So we want to get tension at the start, so we want to breathe in, it's going to be really uncomfortable, out to the side, feel a little stretch there, and then we're just going to let it swing down in front of us, and breathe out as we're doing that. 3, 2, 1, out. And of course the same on the other side, so out we go, kind of behind you a little bit, and then bring it back round, really stretch it out, ready, and go. Oh, that feeling of freedom after the feeling of tightness is great, isn't it? And for the smaller muscles, we are going to do rotating wrists. So, make your hand into a fist. Did you hear that? That was my wrist doing that click, which means I need to do some more of this. Rotating wrists. Whoo! And for our finger gym today, I want you to imagine like you have got gloves on, and all of a sudden the gloves you've realised are far too small, and you're going to have to pull them off one finger at a time. So you're going to have to do this. And almost feel like you're massaging your finger as you're doing that. So you're just going down each finger. It should be quite a nice feeling as you roll over the different joints on your finger. All the way down, and then same with the other hand. And remember the other finger gym things that we did when we touched the fingertips and then opened in between. And some finger flicks. Love our finger flicks. Finally, make a fist. Come on, make a fist. And then release it out. So fist and release. Fist, release, fist. Look a bit like a zombie. Well, I hope that was a good physical warm-up for you. We're now going to again turn our attention to the right hand, and today we're going to start off. Obviously we have gone through our bow hold check. I'm assuming you have done that just to check that things are nice and relaxed, sitting where they should be, that you've got curvy fingers and a bendy thumb. We're now going to do some bridge rolls. So I want you to land your bow onto the bridge and just roll from the bottom string to the top string back again. And I want you to feel a slight sense of in and out to have to do this. This sensation, try to keep your bow on the bridge the whole time. This sensation is important for keeping your bow straight. Do you see how much your elbow is engaged while you're doing that? So you can practice your bridge rolls, and that should be silent. And then obviously you can practice them on the string as well, and that should be almost silent. And again, notice how your arm has to change, and the angle of your arm changes to get to all those strings. So leading on from our bridge rolls and our string rolls, we are going to return to our 8-4-2-1 pattern, except this time we're going to use it for the right hand. So I want you to do half bows on each string with the amount of times in our pattern. So it's going to be 8 on the C, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 8 on the G, 8 on the D, 8 on the A, and then 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then we do 1 on each string, and we're going to do that twice, just because otherwise it goes past quite short. And we're looking for an excellent tone, but also we're looking just to get through some of the bow. So it might not always ring as beautifully as being as raspy as we might like it to. But that's the sort of tone that we're looking for. Alright, so let's get a good point of contact with the string, probably about halfway between the end of the fingerboard and the bridge. And I'll count you in, and then here we go with our 8-4-2-1. 1, 2, off we go. Into the G. 5, 6, D string. A string. 5, 4. How did you get on? Can you still hear your cello ringing after? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So you can try that 8-4-2-1 along with me again if you want. I would also suggest, as something fun, if you're starting to think, do I have to do this every single day? Go onto YouTube and look up some drum backing tracks. There are some great ones on there, super funky. Search for like funk, backing track, drums. And then if you put one on that's maybe about 100 beats per minute, that will be an excellent way to practice your 8-4-2-1 in a way that's maybe slightly more interesting than having to listen to me all the time. Finally, for the right hand, we are going to do what my good friend Francis Cummings refers to as Tic-tacs. Don't know if he borrowed that name from someone else. But these are to get from the highest string to the lowest string and back again. So what I'd like us to do is all down bows, and we're going to do this pattern. A, C, C. A, C, C. A, C. Then we're going to do A, C, A. Alright, so it's 3 times the same thing. High, high, low, low. High, high, low, low. High, high, low, low. And the last time, high, low, high. Just to finish off. Let's give it a go. And we're going to do all down bows. Try and do half a bow. And then of course we're going to have to do retakes in between, like this. Try and land the bow on the string each time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and... High, low, high. Alright, let's try that same pattern but with a different bowing. Now let's do whole bows and down, up. So it's going to be... And this is where our string rolls really come in handy. Let's try it. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Did you remember the different pattern at the end? Hopefully. Today for the left hand, we are going to think again about our fingers being hammers like we did with our first warm-up. But this time we're going to do what an amazing teacher called Ruth Beecham refers to as pluck, flop, bang. And that means you're going to pluck with all 4 fingers, immediately flop them so you're not tensing and not gripping, and then bang them down onto the string, like our hammer before. So can we try 4 of these on the A string, please? So we'll try this speed. Pluck, flop, bang. Pluck, flop, bang. Join in. Let's try that same thing on the D. Notice how the level of your arm has to change ever so slightly to play on the D string. Ready. Pluck, flop, bang. Pluck, flop, bang. Pluck, flop, bang. Pluck, flop, bang. Good, let's do the same on the G. Oh, and notice the elbow comes up a little bit again. Check that yours has too, so that you've got nice level arm all the way from your elbow up to your hand. You can try this in first position, or you can try it in fourth position, or in third position. I quite like it in third position. Ready. Pluck, flop, bang. Pluck, flop, bang. And funnily enough, we're going to do the C string, and look, we need to come right round with the elbow this time, so the thumb sneaks round the back, our elbow lifts up, and then we're ready to go. Ready. Pluck, flop, bang. Pluck, flop. Finally today we are going to finish off with an F major scale, which of course is great for your Matachins practice. The thing I really want to emphasise to you is please, please, please never practice a scale because somebody told you to practice a scale. Practice it with something in your mind that you want to work on. So I wrote down a list of some of the things that I thought you could work on a scale. The point of contact with your bow, the weight of the arm, the speed of the bow, your intonation, your tuning, which by the way is the one that we normally use scales for when we're not thinking about anything else. A vibrato, shifting, balance of your left hand and right hands, phrasing and slurs. So you can think about any of those things as you're doing your scale. Today, I'm just going to pick one bowing pattern, which is going to be our down, up, down, up, for our Matachins. But you could do any bowing pattern, or you could do any combination of those things. It could be slurring 8 notes into the bow. It could be slurring 16 notes into the bow. It could be slurring 32 notes into the bow right the way up there. The world is your oyster when it comes to scales. So please, 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 never play a boring scale. And if you have played a boring scale, I forgive you. Never play a boring scale ever again. We're going to do F major. Let's do 1 octave. And we're going to do down, up, down, up on every note. 1, 2, off we go. Okay, and obviously you can come back down. You can extend that to 2 octaves if you want, or more octaves if you're comfortable up there in thumb position. Let's try, just before we finish, a faster version closer to the speed for Matachins. So we're looking for something like... So let's try that together. 1, 2, off we go. So that's it for the warm-up. Please do come back and check in again. Don't be afraid to go back to stuff that you saw in the other video. Just build some of these things into your daily routine before you get down to proper practice. Happy practicing, happy warming upping, and I'll see you again soon.